A very good morning, 7th class. Today we will start our next chapter, chapter 7, Humidity and Rainfall. Here is a given some learning objectives that we will read in this chapter, and these are moisture, absolute and relative humidity, forms of condensation, clouds, precipitation and types of rainfall. Okay, so before going about the topic, let me understand the meaning of humidity. So students, the heat of the sun evaporates water from the water bodies on earth and turns them into water vapor. So humidity. Let us understand the meaning of humidity. As you know, heat of the sun evaporates water vapor from the water bodies on earth and turns them into water vapor. So the amount of water vapor, the amount of water vapor or moisture present in the air is called humidity. Got it? When the air is full of water vapor, we say it is a humidity. The more the water vapor, the greater is the humidity in the air. And humidity varies place to place. Okay, humidity varies place to place. As the temperature of the air rises, its capacity to evaporate and hold water also increases, making it more and more humid. And on the other hand, places with low temperature have low humidity. It means high temperature. Have high humidity, and low temperature have low humidity. Is it clear? In coastal areas or rainy places, humidity is very high. Where high? Coastal areas and rainy places. Got it? And whereas in desert area, humidity can be also negligible. Where? Desert area. Humidity can be almost negligible. Where? Desert area. Clear, students? And humidity is expressed in terms of we can also classify humidity into two types. First one is absolute humidity. And relative humidity. Absolute means what? Means the actual amount of water vapor. Actual amount of water vapor in a given volume of air at a given temperature. Is that clear? It is expressed in number of grams of water per cubic meter. Got it? I am again repeating. Absolute humidity means the actual, means the actual amount of water vapor in a given volume of air at a given temperature. And relative humidity means the ratio between the actual amount of water vapor present in a certain amount of air at a given temperature. Got it? And the maximum amount of water the air can hold hold at the temperature. And it is expressed in percentage. It is expressed in percentage. Okay. And absolute humidity expressed in number of grams of water per cubic meter. Is that clear? Here in relative humidity, for example, if the air at a particular place has only half the amount of water that can normally be retained at the temperature. So we will say that the relative humidity is 50%. Got it? And if the air at the place contain the maximum amount of moisture that can be retained by the air at the temperature, we say that the air is saturated and the relative humidity is 100%. Okay, so the temperature at which air gets saturated is called a dew point. Means dew point means the temperature at which means the temperature at which air gets saturated is called dew points. So one questions I am putting you students in, list any three things you feel or observe on humidity. You have to mention the three things you feel or observe on a humidity. Okay, and the second question, list any two things you feel when the air is dry. Okay, here you will write about the humidity, and here air is dry, so you have to write the two things when you feel the air is dry. Got it? As student, this is a picture of an instrument, that is dry and wet bulb thermometer or hygrometer, and it is measured, what measured? Relative humidity. Got it? And the moisture of water vapor in the atmosphere is an important element of weather. It causes the formation of clouds, rain, snow, hail and sleet. Now, condensation. What is the meaning of condensation? Condensation is the process. It is the process in which water vapor in the air changes into liquid form. Liquid form or water. When it comes in contact with a cold surface. Okay, now I'm again repeating. Condensation is the process in which water vapor in the air changes into liquid form or water when it comes in contact with a cold surface. Okay, and forms of condensation also. Forms of condensation are dew and fog or mist, clouds, okay. So These are the forms of condensation. Let me understand. The first one here is a given dew. This is the form of dew. When moist air comes in contact with cold ground surface early in the morning or during cold winter nights, dew is formed. Have you seen water droplets on leaves or grass early in the morning? Well, it is dew. And when dew occurs in the form of ice crystal, it is known as frost. Fog. Okay, this is a picture. It shows the fog or mist, and the fog or mist is formed when moist air comes in contact with the cold surface of the earth, and condensation takes place around the dust particles floating in the ground. Fog is a cloud-like formation at the ground level which considerably reduces visibility. A thin fog is known as mist. Now the second form of condensation is clouds. When the warm air, moist air rises, it starts cooling. The water vapor condenses, causing formation of droplets of water. These droplets of water accumulate in the air, forming clouds. And clouds are just floating masses of such cooled water droplets. Okay, and there are the three types of clouds. First one is cirrus clouds, and the second one is stratus clouds. Third one is cumulus clouds. This picture shows the different types of these pictures shows the different kinds of clouds. The first one is here given cumulus clouds, big puffy balls of cotton, and found below 6,500 feet. Okay, and cirrus clouds are thin or feathery clouds found with sunny weather. And this one is the stratus clouds, low gray clouds that usually bring rain or snow, found below 6,500 feet. Now the next one is precipitation. When the droplets of water when the droplets of water in the air become too heavy to float, too heavy to float in air and become more than the capacity of the air. To hold water, then they start falling down, as rain, snow, hail, or sleet. So this process is called precipitation. Got it? Let me understand the forms of condensation, and these are: first rainfall, then snow, hail or sleet. Rainfall it is the most important form of precipitation. Okay, most important form of precipitation, when the condensed water vapor in the clouds fall to the surface of the earth in the form of drops of water. It is called rain. Rain occurs in the form of a drizzle or a shower. A drizzle is made up of fine and small droplets of water, whereas a shower is made up of a large and heavy drops. The instrument that is used to measure rainfall is called a rain gauge. This is the instrument that is measured to rainfall. Okay. Now the next form of condensation is snow. When because of low temperature, the water vapor turns directly into ice crystal, and precipitation takes place in the form of tiny soft snowflakes. During winters, cold regions and high mountains experience snowfall. Now this one is the next form of condensation is sleet. Sleet is a combination of snowflakes and rain falling together. Sleet makes the road slippery and can cause vehicles to skid. So sleet can be dangerous for driving. And this one is the next form of condensation is hail. Hail is a large frozen raindrop or pellets of frozen rain that fall in shower from the clouds. As the snowflakes fall, liquid water freezes into them, forming ice pellets that continue to grow as more and more droplets are accumulated. And gradually, these ice pellets become too big and heavy to be held in the clouds, and they fall towards the earth as hailstone. Now we will read types of rainfall. Okay, types of rainfall. There are the three types of rainfall. First one is relief or organic. Orographic. Relief or orographic rainfall. And the second one is convectional rainfall. And the third one is cyclonic rainfall. Got it? Now I'm again repeating. There are the three types of rainfall. First one is relief or orographic rainfall. The second one is convectional rainfall, and the third one is cyclonic rainfall. Let me understand the meaning of first one. Here is given: relief or orographic rainfall. This picture shows the orographic effect. It means relief rainfall occurs when a hill or mountain ranges lies in the path of moisture-laden winds. Moisture-laden winds from the sea are forced to rise when they meet an obstruction in the form of a hill or mountain. When these winds rise above, they cool down and drop their moisture in the form of rainfall on the windward side of the mountain. and the leeward side of hill receives very little rainfall. The leeward side is also known as the rain shadow region. Mumbai on the windward side of the Western Ghat receive more rain, and during the monsoon than Pune on the leeward side. And the next one is convectional rainfall. During the day, the heated surface of the earth in the equatorial region heats the air above it. Hot moisture laden air in the equatorial regions rises above and cools on reaching the upper layers of the atmosphere. Since cool air cannot hold as much water vapor as warm, condensation takes place. This results in heavy rains accompanied by lightning and thunder. So, convectional rainfall occurs throughout the year in the equatorial regions and is called the 4 o'clock rain. Now, the third types of rainfall is cyclonic rainfall. And the cyclonic rainfall occurs in tropical and temperate zone. When a low pressure area is surrounded by high pressure area on all sides, winds rush towards it from all sides. And sometimes it results in mixing of warm air mass with cold air mass. The point where the warm air meets the cold air is called a front. Warm air being lighter rises upwards and cools. When the air above cannot hold any more water, it condenses and falls as a rain. Such a rain is called cyclonic or frontal rain. Got it? Now, what we studied? We studied in this chapter about the humidity. And humidity varies place to place, and high temperature have high humidity and low temperature have low humidity. And coastal areas and rainy places have high humidity. Okay, and in desert area humidity can be negligible. Now humidity also can be classified into two types. First one is absolute humidity and relative humidity. Okay, now after that we studied about absolute humidity and relative humidity. Got it? And one more thing, student, absolute humidity is expressed number of grams of water per cubic meter. Got it? And relative humidity, it is expressed percentage. Got it? Now we have studied about the condensation. Also the forms of condensation, these are dew, fog or mist or clouds. Okay, now precipitation also we have studied, and the forms of precipitation also: rainfall, sleet, hail, okay, and snow. And after that we have studied there are the three types of rainfall: relief or orographic rainfall, convectional rainfall, and cyclonic rainfall. One more thing student, just remember one thing, जो relief और orographic rainfall है occurs where occurs in the hill or mountain ranges. Okay, where it occurs in the hill or mountains ranges. Okay, and convectional rainfall occur where? Equatorial region. And cyclonic rainfall occur where? Tropical and temperate zone. Where? Tropical and temperate zone. Temperate zone means neither hot nor too cold. Got it? Now our chapter is completed. I think you got it. Watch this video attentively and read the chapter. After that, in second video we will do question answer and exercise of this chapter. So keep reading and have a nice day.